What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. So this is not my usual setting. Today we are sitting in my brother's 2017 Ford F-150 2.7 liter Ecoboost. Now I've driven this truck before, but it was for like 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops. So today I have it for a little while. So we're gonna take this thing around and I'm gonna see what I like and dislike about it. And then we're gonna do some rough comparisons to the Toyota Tundra. This is, again, the 2.7 liter Ecoboost. So I think it will be nothing like the Toyota Tundra, but since I drive that every day, why not some rough comparisons? We'll see what we like and dislike. So let's get started here. We will take this thing for a ride momentarily. The first thing I noticed before we even move the truck is how cavernous this interior is. It feels like the passenger door is so far away compared to the Toyota Tundra, which before getting in this, I would never think it would be that way. I would think it would be the other way around. But we always say the Tundra does feel a little bit smaller interior-wise than other trucks. So I guess that stands true. Overall, it's a very updated interior compared to the Tundra. A lot of buttons, a lot of switches. At some point, I'll take the camera down and show you the interior. Seat, very, very, very comfortable. You kind of sit down into the seat. That's what I'm feeling here. The center console here in the middle, it's a little higher. It literally feels like you're sitting down into the truck a little bit more. So it's not bad. It's something a little bit different. So we will take this truck for a ride. 2.7 liter Ecoboost once again. So it's going to be a quiet truck. It's sitting there idling right now and there's just no noise. So let's take this thing for a ride. Just a quick overview of the interior. A lot of buttons on the steering wheel here. I don't know if I really care for these buttons down here. Kind of intrusive if you want to hold the wheel in a weird way when you're on a long ride and you're bored and you want to put your hand somewhere else. In here, I really dig this entire gauge cluster. It looks good. It looks modern. Big screen in the middle here. And this isn't even the top package. The top package, the screen kind of goes into the tach and the speedometer and everything. But yeah, everything looks clean. It's a very clean looking interior. A lot of buttons here, HVAC system, climate control, radio, everything up here. You got plugs and everything to plug in, 4-wheel drive, trailer backup assist. So it's a really nice layout, good cup holders, a lot of room for everything else. Humongous shifter. That is a crazy big shifter and a big center console. So the interior looks really nice. I got to ask you guys, what do you think about the window in the F-150s that do that little dip? Are you a fan of that? Okay, so now we're going to pull away here, see what we got. It doesn't sound like a pickup truck at all to me. And I don't mean that in a diss. This will not be one of those like loyal Toyota fan bias type videos. There's a lot of great things that come from the Ford F-150 that we can learn from. Just the sound with the Ecoboost, you know, V6 2.7 liter. It's a lot different than what I'm used to. Mind you, if you don't know this, if you're someone who's an F-150 fan, I own a 2017 Toyota Tundra Platinum. It is supercharged, so the sound is a little bit different. Big V8 versus this 2.7. There's nothing wrong with it. It feels like it has a good amount of pickup. It's just, I'm a big fan of noise. Not insane amount of noise. I'm not talking like, you know, no cats, no muffler, straight pipe noise, but I do like to hear the rumble of the motor a little bit, and this is just a little bit different. As far as handling of the truck goes, it actually does move around quite a bit like a truck. Coming into this, before I drove this truck right now, in my mind as I was coming over to pick the truck up, I was kind of saying to myself, these are the things I expect. I expect it to handle fantastic. I expect it to be really quiet, and I expect it to have a good amount of pickup because this is a lighter aluminum body, and it has, you know, the turbo engine, and people say that it has great pickup. Now again, for the 15th time this video, this is the 2.7 liter Ecoboost. In this area, this is by far the volume leader. This is the motor that dealers really want you to take. If you go look at the local dealers around me, if you don't know this, I'm in New Jersey. If you go look at the dealers around me, most of it is 2.7 liter Ecoboost. There are maybe 1 or 2 5-liter V8s, the Coyote, and there's a 3.5 here and there, but the 2.7 is what they have all over the lot. But it's a nice, quiet, comfortable ride. It's not, you know, super bouncy or anything like that. It definitely has the characteristics of a truck. If I was a person, and I won't say if I closed my eyes driving, but if I was a person in the passenger seat and someone was driving me around, I would think it was a larger SUV. That's really what it feels like. This seat is amazing, though. I will tell you, this driver's seat could be one of the best driver's seats I've ever sat in. Love the bolstering in it. It really just, it just grabs you and holds you. Very, very comfortable. But yeah, it's an enjoyable ride. So what I'm gonna do now is this. I'm gonna take this thing on a little ride, and we'll see what it's all about. And then we will come back and talk. We're gonna push this gas pedal down a little bit and see what kind of pickup she has. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's quiet. You are waiting for the noise. At least I'm waiting for the noise of a V8. But it gets up to speed pretty good. That was impressive. For the smaller of the two Ecoboost motors, that was pretty impressive. The motor seems very refined. You don't really feel the shifting. Like if you know the Tundra, you know every time it goes into gear, you know that it is shifting. You kind of feel the, you know, this is just a smooth truck. And now we're going around a big sweeping turn. It handles pretty well. Totally still feel the pickup truck half-ton feel, but not bad at all. Good acceleration, good speed keep, we will call it, as in when I'm up to speed. If I let off the pedal a little bit and then have to get back, so if I drop down to like 35 and then need to get back to 50, it'll get me there quick. I'm doing that right now. We are slowing down. A lot of wind today, and we're going to talk about the wind with the truck in a minute. So I'm at 40. Let me get back to 50, as if somebody turned in front of me and I had to get back to speed. Dude, I'm just saying, I'm being real. I don't lie on these videos. This thing has an amazing amount of pickup. From that 39 to 50, you could really feel it set you back in the seat. That's impressive. This is very important, this review, by the way, Tundra fans, because we are probably going to see twin turbo V6 in the next gen Tundra. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going over right now may be something we have to deal with very soon. So I'm keeping that in the back of my head. Now, what I was talking about with the wind also is the Tundra, and this is probably because I got a little bit of a front end lift. We're leveled in the Tundra. You could if you're going head into the wind, it feels like the truck is not all over the road, but you can really feel the truck moving around a lot. This truck, you can also feel that as well. It's not as defined, but you can definitely feel the truck moving around quite a bit in the wind. And that's pretty much any vehicle, SUV, truck, where it sits up a little bit higher. But, you know, just being it's a lighter truck, I don't know what's going on in front of me here. Being it's a lighter truck, I was really looking to see if it would be any different with the wind, but nope, same idea. I love the fact that it still feels like a pickup truck, because going into this, I was really thinking that this thing was going to be a lifted up car. And that was just from the things I've read from truck fans. That's why you got to be sure you form your own opinion. Very important, you form your own opinion. You can't always listen to what other people say, because you don't know what kind of bias they're giving it. And that's what I do with my YouTube channel. I 100% tell you how I feel. It doesn't matter what logo is on the front of the truck. I like Toyota Tundras, but this is a very enjoyable ride in itself. You know, and I'm gonna give you the things I like and dislike about it. I'm saving all of that for the end, by the way. I want to put some more drive time into it. We are about, I believe, 25 minutes into this ride. I keep shutting the camera off and turning it back on, but I did just have a very large cup of coffee, so you'll probably see me hit the camera a few more times before we get back with it. Okay, back again. Just as we're driving down the road here, I figured I'd pop on, talk a little bit about interior layout as far as dashboard, infotainment, all of that stuff. I don't really know what they call their different layouts when it comes to Ford. I know, like, the Raptor has an 800A, 801A, 802A. I think the regular F-150 is 300, 301, 302. And I'm going to guess that this is the 301A, the middle of the range. It's definitely not the upper and it's definitely not the lower, so we're going to go with 301A. It's nicely equipped. A lot of buttons in here. I'm sure after a while you get used to them. They all look like they have a purpose. Nicely laid out. Nicely laid out. I like a dash. I'm one of these people. You know how there's a lot of people out there that say less is more? I'm totally with you on that. But I do like a dash layout where it looks like I'm in a fighter jet sometimes, and this definitely has that. You know, as far as you still have your old school you know, speedometer and everything like that. You got your little center infotainment screen, whatever you want to call it. You got the big navigation screen over to your right, and it's a good size, and everything is in the dash nicely. Nothing's sticking out crazy. It just looks really good. So yeah, overall, I'm digging it a little bit. Nice. We're doing a little spin around here, so I figured I would give it a little pickup here. Ready, set, go. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm a little excited for the twin turbo Tundra. Listen, whether you're a fan of the Ford F-150, Chevy Silverado, Ram 1500, Nissan Titan, all of them, Tundra, whatever, everything, get yourself out there and test drive one of these. Shocked at how quick this 2.7 is. I could only imagine what the 3.5 is like as far as pickup, man. There's just, I miss the sound. I wish there was more sound. I don't even think they're piping sound into this truck. I'm not really sure. It doesn't seem like it, because if they are, I got to turn the volume up a little bit, I guess, because, you know. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm not looking forward to with twin turbo V6 Tundra, is the lack of the V8 sound. You cannot recreate that sound. It's either a V8 or it's not. And man, that's just, the pickup is crazy though. It's always got something ready to go. I'm 40, foot down, not even all the way. Yep, we're 50. Like, it just, you can kind of feel the whole truck kind of pick up and go. Man, it's crazy. All right, we're about to go around some 30 mile an hour or so turns here. Let's see how the truck feels going around the turns. It feels like, yeah, it feels like the steering is a little bit tighter than the Tundra, but there still is your normal truck type body roll. This one's more like a 25. Try to stay in it a little bit. Yeah, it's not an insane amount of body roll, but there definitely is a little bit there. Handling wise, not bad. All right, we're coming to the end of our ride here, so let's go over some of the likes and dislikes, do a little comparison to the Tundra here and there. Pleasure to drive. I thank my brother for letting me. The pickup has got to be number one on the like list. This thing has a ton of pickup. I'm really impressed with the amount of pickup the truck has when you're at 50, 55, 60 miles an hour. You slow down to like 35 and then get back up to speed real quick. There is power there all the time, ready to go. Readily available power. That has got to be my favorite thing about this truck. I really want to try that 3.5 liter Ecoboost. If this truck has that much pickup, that must be insane. And the 3.5 high output in the Raptor must be even crazier, so I'd like to try both of those. The seating is really comfortable. These, honestly, I gotta tell you, probably one of the best seats I've ever sat in a car or truck. They just hug you really well. Handling wise, meh. I expected a little bit more. I expected there would be a little bit better handling. This definitely still feels like a pickup truck, but it does handle well. It's not bad. It's a little bit tighter than the Tundra. As far as the steering, the Tundra steering wheel, there's a lot of play in it. This has play, but this feels more like the FRS to me, that has a really tight steering feel. This is in the middle, but more toward the FRS than the Tundra. I feel like the Tundra would be a little bit more fun to drive. This truck is very refined. It's very quiet. Obviously, V6, you're not getting a lot of sound out of it. For me, I like a lot of sound. The Tundra has a ton of body roll. This truck has body roll, but nothing crazy. At the end of the day, the Tundra is still a fun truck to drive for me. So my next video will be getting in the, I'm not gonna get in the Tundra until I make my next video, which will pretty much be going right into the Tundra. How does it feel? But overall, the likes, a ton of power. It's comfortable. I really like the interior layout. If I'm going with cons, again, the handling, we're gonna say the handling is a little bit of a con. The sound inside the truck is a little bit of a con. All right, guys, that's it for me and the F-150. I thank my brother for lending it to me. Next time he comes down, we'll try to take it out again, maybe do an MPG run or something, see how good this 2.7 liter Ecoboost is on gas. But leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day.